All right, earlier on I've shown you how to send the findings over to Jira, PagerDuty, and Slack. Let's take a look at ServiceNow, okay? So as you can see, I'm in ServiceNow, right? Let's say incident. As you can see, I've got one incident right here that I'm looking at. I've got nothing in the watch incident, okay? So let's not worry about pulling the actual findings or anything. Let's just assume that you've already got the findings in hand. Okay, so if you take a look over here, this is the entries as you've seen in the past on the finding ID, the source, the host, and the KB that's tied to it. You've seen this before, nothing new here. If you take a quick look at the ServiceNow, here is what is needed for ServiceNow, right? I mean, you could, like others, you could add in a whole bunch more, but all I care about is just a short description, the urgency, the impact, and last but not least, the watch list. And the reasons why I do that is this alphanumeric right over here is tied to this particular account. Okay, so you got that, and here's the curl command, right? You could do one of two ways. You can actually do a password-based REST API, or you could do an access-based. For this simple example, I just want to show you how to do it with a password base, right? So as you can see, the curl command, right? X to post, not to get, right? The header, you definitely need it to format as JSON, right? Here is my ServiceNow. I mean, yours will differ. However, the /API now table incident will still be the same. Last but not least, here's the data format, right? So what I did was I actually echoed this over to a ServiceNow JSON file, and then I just pull that in from there. All right, so if we were to take a quick look, shall we? So if we were to run, for example, this particular command, right? So that's my command. Here is my argument, send this to ServiceNow, and here is the finding, okay? By doing that, it's gonna prompt me for my password. And then here is the information that comes out of this. Take a look. Here is the incident ID, right? 10012, right? If you take a look in the incident, you notice that it's not there. However, what I've done was I've actually set it to go to the watch incident, all right? So as you can see, 10012, right? If you go inside here, here are the information that we're talking about. Here is the finder ID. Here is the source. Here is the host that's affected. Last but not least, here is the KB article that it's tied to. Okay, once again, this is fairly simple, fairly basic. The goal here is just to show you how to send your finding using REST API into ServiceNow, right? You can get as complex as you want, and you can do a lot of other things, but in essence, I just want to show it could be done. So based on everything that I've shown so far, from pulling the findings, sending it to Slack, sending it to PagerDuty, sending it to Jira, now you could also set it to ServiceNow. All right, more to come.